and hello and welcome to the Thrive with Live show today. Thank you for coming. Mwah, sending love. Who is here? Let me know. So I am coming live from England here, and things have gone a little bit pear-shaped today, but anyway, we're getting on with it, and I'm seeing people in, so do come and say hi, do hang out with us and let us know today what you are drinking. Are you drinking? I've got a little cup of tea with me here, and I'm very excited to be talking about AI. Who doesn't love talking about AI tools? I certainly do. So I am going to share with you some tools that actually make you come across as more human. Hi guys, hi Martin, ready to listen with his chai tea ready. That's fantastic. What time are you there, Martin? Maybe still fairly early morning, maybe middle of the morning there from Canada. And Keith is saying hi, lovely to see you, Keith. He is watching on YouTube. And Tim, hi, lovely to see you, Tim. Watching on Facebook. Tim, let me know what you're drinking. You were drinking iced coffee earlier. Excellent. My coffee friend from Team Coffee is here, and Keith loves talking about AI. Yeah, it's good, isn't it? I don't necessarily love talking about AI, but when we tend to think of AI as being very, very clever, but very sort of robotic. And I heard something that I thought was absolutely shocking, to be honest. British Telecom, who are phone company in Britain, massive phone company, they have axed thousands of jobs. I can't remember what my husband told me from the news, but thousands and thousands of jobs because they're going to be using AI instead of those people. I mean, that if that doesn't make you feel like you hate AI, then what does? But I just think it actually speaks of a really bad company, to be honest. I'm sure they could have used AI and used the majority of those people as well. I'd be interested to know, Martin, what you think about that, because you are so knowledgeable about the work sphere. There's a better term for it than that, but yeah, Keith is saying he loves learning about AI. Yeah, now I have gone live for this actual show within the event that I scheduled and created, and I sat there for about a second, and our internet isn't working on the computer, so I'm hotspotting from my phone, and it did something weird, and so it deleted me off the thingy. So anyway, I am here, and what I'm talking about, so you can't really see in the descriptions much, but what I'm focusing on is actually these AI tools make you come across as you even more than if you don't use them. And I'd like some claps or wows or something for that on the replay. If you're listening on the podcast, I bet you're really intrigued about what I'm going to say about this. There are some tools that I believe can show you up better than if you just do your normal content without using AI. We need a mind-blowing or a gasp, a crowd gasp. We need that sound effect. Yeah, so hopefully these things are going to blow your mind a little bit. You know that I teach the workflow of live video going into other stuff. And first and foremost, a podcast and short videos, and then you're using your transcription, using yeah, your short videos for reels and all sorts of things using quotes from your transcription. And you can do a blog as well if you want. That's another major piece of equipment. You could also write an ebook. I wouldn't recommend that you just, for any of these, you would just pull out whatever they give to you and just spit that out. But these tools are really, really good. So yeah, just talking about the British Telecom, BT, and them axing a whole thousands of jobs. It might have been tens of thousands. I think it might have been, because they're going to do AI instead. Martin's saying that is kind of scary. You were speaking to a learned professor from the Shoreditch School of Business, York University in Toronto, a specialist in labour and employment trends, and he states that kids in high school and elementary school right now, 40% of them won't be in a job due to AI after they graduate. That really, really is scary. So what I'm saying to you today is a good way of using it, and also it's a good way of you elevating your business. And it can be any business. It can be an online business or an in-store business. I would have thought any sort of business where you can use video, you can use written content, and it actually makes you more you. Woohoo! So I'm very, very excited with the applause. And Lisa is live. Hi, great to catch you on the live, Lisa. So I was just explaining that on this live, there isn't much of a description written up because things went a bit pear-shaped. So I'm hoping that on my phone hotspot at the moment, you're going to be able to see on screen me going through some of these gobsmacking, awe-inspiring AI tools. So I suppose there's a bit of a bad side to anything, isn't it? There's a bad side to fire. There's a bad side to water, possibly. Bad side to air, possibly. People can use things for bad, can't they? And I've heard that people can really use AI for bad and some of the scary things that are going to be happening. But you can use it for good. You can elevate your business and be more you in your business and get more visibility, more engagement, more monetizing, more likes and everything, because you are being more you. You're not just spouting out a whole load of robotic stuff. Honestly, this is very, very exciting. So I am going to, you have to forgive me if it looks a bit of a mess here, because my hubby went out for me to get some medications and etc. for me, and we didn't realize the time. So I haven't, I'm just kind of trying to bring this up so that you can, oh, what's that? So you can see my screen a little bit better. So the first tool I'm telling you about is called Video.ai. Video.ai. And if you're watching on the screen, you'll see a big picture of me. Right, let me bring you to the main screen of Video.ai. So if you're listening, this website, which I suppose is an app as well, but it's a website. You have to go on your computer to see it, and any computer. It's just on your browser, and it's spelt vidyo.ai. I have a pro account for this. They were kind enough to give me a pro account for this month, which is wonderful. It is a new tool at the moment, so it is, I think it's out of beta testing, but it's still pretty new, and they're bringing up loads and loads of updates to it and everything. It's an amazing tool for uploading your video, your pre-recorded video from YouTube or your live video, wherever it is. You can Actually, if you've got a pre-recorded video on YouTube, you just have to type in the URL. So if I press upload file on this, you can type in a URL, hang on, so a YouTube link, or you can choose files from your computer. And you need to choose a fairly long file for it to do its AI stuff properly. So it needs to be at least 8 minutes long, I believe. So once you've uploaded your video, then you just go and rest for a few minutes while you wait for it to do its stuff. And it's amazing, this tool is. It creates loads of different short videos with captions, so you can copy the captions and you can change them if you want, and you can add them to your description of your videos. It will give you the transcription of your videos as well. So we are going to just, if you're watching on the screen, we're just going to bring up one video that I uploaded, which was 50 odd minutes long, and I'm going to show you some of what it creates. So it does all this stuff automatically. All you have to do to start with is upload your video file, and then it will give you loads and loads of video shorts. So actually I'm just going to choose this different video here so you can see a bit more clearly. So they have templates, and if you've got the pro version, actually if you've got the other version as well, you can have your own backgrounds that you can upload. You can upload your branding colors, and they've got their own templates, and they've got really cool captions, all sorts of types. So if we just watch one, I'm just going to change my sound, if you just forgive me a moment, to my earphones so that we don't get any backlog. So if you're watching on the video, you will see a short video of me talking. There's a title on the top, there's a background color, and there will be captions coming up on the screen, a certain type of captions, and there's loads of different ones you can choose. So I'm just going to play this through. Okay, so that template isn't one that I'd use because the background is black. I can change that. The highlights of the letters are yellow. You can also change that. But why bother when they've given you a whole load of these from all different parts of your video? So I'm just going to click on another short form video, which has the same clip of me talking about your voice in it. And it's this clip doesn't have any background. It's just a real close-up of my face. So in your content creation, it's really, really good to change things up a bit so everything doesn't look the same and people think, oh, I've watched that before. They get a bit bored. So this one, it has more karaoke style for the subtitles, the words as it's playing through them. So I'm just going to play this one for a bit. And you can change the colors of the words again. So there are lots and lots of different templates, and it's automatically done. So all you have to do is, when you're happy with it, just download that video short, and then you can upload it into you know, wherever you want. You can upload it to LinkedIn or, you know, anywhere in your social medias and on your emails. If it's a very, very short video or a GIF, however you say it, you can put that into your emails, or if it's slightly longer, you could have a link. So that is Vidyo.ai. I'd love to know if you know about it, if you're going to try it. It really is a fantastic program, and there's a lot more to it that I haven't shared with you today, but I won't go deep into it because we've got a few. So lovely to see Lisa saying she loves AI for brainstorming ideas just as prompts. That's a great idea, Lisa, brainstorming. And John is saying, hi, Katie. It's great to see you, John. Thank you for popping in here. Love what you do, guys. Do think about finding Lisa. Lisa is just naturally very, very funny, lovely lady, and she does amazing talks for different organizations and gets those organizations having fun in working with each other and fun in their business. And John is an inspirational trainer, coach, teacher, speaker. That's what I really mean, speaker, inspirational speaker, especially to young people about the dangers of drink driving and things. And he has the most incredible story to tell, so do follow John. And Kathy is here. Great to see you, Kathy. Thank you for coming in. And Keith is thinking that he will give video.ai a try. Now Keith has a big YouTube channel. As far as I'm concerned, it's a big YouTube channel, Keith. And so this would be absolutely perfect for somebody who's got a YouTube channel, because you can just put your YouTube link in there, and then it will spiel you out a whole load of video clips of different bits that you say and your captions, all sorts of things. And Kathy is going to give it a try as well. Yay! Applause! Woohoo! Yeah, I'm so happy that I've inspired you guys a little bit. So I am now going to show you one that I've just found recently called Metricool. Metricool. Have you heard of that? So it's like Metro, but an I at the end, and then cool, dude. Metricool, let me know if you have heard of it. It is a social media scheduling tool. Metricool. Right, let me just see if I can get into it first. I will sing a little song. Do, do, do. While we get into it. Now, I have just been playing with it recently, and it really is cool. I thought, what a weird name this scheduling tool has got. Not sure I'm really interested. It sounds a little like metrics, analytics. Whoa, I hate that sort of stuff, although it's really helpful. But it actually is cool. Okay, here is the cool Metricool that I'm showing people on the screen. It's a scheduling tool, and you can schedule your posts to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, TikTok, Google Business something, YouTube, Twitch. You can do Facebook ads, Google and TikTok ads as well. You can track hashtags and do load of analytics, and you can do something about your blog on it as well. So there's a lot that I'm going to find out about it, but there is this really cool thing that you can do with it that I've been playing with and learning how to do. So I go up the top of the screen in Metricool. I think this is what I'm doing. Yes, I go up to planning. It's a really nicely laid out website, this. It's very clear, different colours, very, very clear and simple. Menu across the top and another little menu at the side. And it's not too complicated and not tiny little writing all over the place. It's really nicely laid out. And if you're someone like me who's like very visual, I need things to be simple and look a bit pretty or interesting or nice. It's like that. So it has this thing called auto lists. Auto lists. And what you can do is when you click it, you can create a series of posts that will go live on wherever you want on your social media places, every week at the same time, and it will do one post one week, one post another week, one post, and you can do like for 4 weeks. No, I think you can do 6 or maybe more than that actually. And each week it will go to the next post. And the thing is, you don't have to actually create your posts. You can do it with AI. It's so exciting. I feel like crying. I'm a bit over the top, aren't I? So you can name your auto list. So I've already done one. Actually, I might just talk about the one that I've done, which I just titled it. If I go to auto list, I just titled it "Why Video Podcasting," because I teach video podcasting and a lot of my audience don't really know why they should do it, and maybe they just think it's too complicated, it's not for me, it sounds really time consuming. So I need to help them understand why video podcasting can save them tons of time and make them more visible. So I've just titled my auto posting "Why Video Podcasting." Okay, and I typed in that I want it to auto publish, so whichever time and whichever day each week, I want it just to automatically publish one post, and then the next week automatically publish post number 2 and keep repeating. So I've chosen it to do this on Facebook and Instagram, but you can choose TikTok or wherever you want. So I just typed in a bit for AI to know what to write, and I asked it to have a creative AI voice, type voice, copywriting voice. So it created a load of hashtags for me and little posts for me, and I can then choose a video to go with it or a photo to go with it. And they've got stock media and stock videos, which I've used at the moment, but I'm actually going to change them to me because people want you. And this is why AI these tools can work brilliantly to amplify you on social media. So my first post says, "Save time and increase your visibility with video podcasting. It's the perfect way for busy entrepreneurs to connect with their audience." And it's made a hashtag called video podcasting. So I've chosen that I want that to happen. I've found a photo and everything. So I've got 3 posts that are auto posting, and I would add my own little GIF, and you can create your GIFs in Giphy or GIFs in Jiffy, whichever you like to say them. It's really easy to do that, and you can amplify you automatically. Just schedule it on here. It really took me very, very quick time. Now, I've used some other scheduling tools before, and I've just found them real clunky because you have to create your things somewhere else and then try and bring them in. And especially if you're doing reels, that's a pain in the neck. But here, it's so easy. You can upload reels now from your phone. Just as an aside, my Instagram apparently is called a creator account, and I need to have a business account on Instagram. And all that is, it's not paid or anything. You just change the setting to business, and if you just Google it, it will show you how to do that. And then you can upload your reels from a computer, but for a creator account you can't. So this is Metricool. Let me know if you think that's cool. Just write cool or give me some love hearts. So very, very easy. And we always recommend that you make it into your own voice once you've got these things down. Okay, so this is how to amplify you. Do have pictures of you. Have pictures maybe of, like I do, my little dog or the chickens or whatever. You know, people know I love that sort of thing. They know that I love having a little drinky pops or something like that. So do things that are you, that are engaging, that are you being warm to your audience and letting them get to know you. Okay, right. So now we have another tool, and I'm just thinking about which one to show you. There's one I've been using for absolutely ages, and well, two of them are actually. So the first one I'm going to show you is, I just need to, if you just speak amongst yourselves, Mermont, I just need to bring up the cool tool called Descript. And if you haven't heard me talking about, whoops, Descript, where have you been all my life? I'm always talking about Descript. Now, and when I say the word, people always, you can't work out how to pronounce it, how to spell it. So it's like describe, but instead of BE at the end, it's P for Papa and T for Tango. I'll just move my microphone so I don't pop inside of the microphone. So P for Papa, T, Tango, so it's descriptor. Forgive me, podcast audience, for moving the microphone. Descript is a very, very clever tool. And what I do is I put my live videos or my pre-recorded videos or my audio files into Descript for it to transcribe it. It's so brilliant, and it just doesn't just transcribe. You can actually make your YouTube edits with your chapter titles, with your B-roll, with your subtitles, with music. You can do all that in Descript. It is very, very clever. But what most people love it for is its main function, which is to transcribe your words. Using AI, it writes what you've actually said. So this is not robotic language, this is you. And you can play it. So I'm just going to play it. Let me know if you can't hear it. Here are some tips to create videos and podcasts if you're really struggling with PTSD. If we haven't met before, I'm Katie Simpson, and I love helping female entrepreneurs to look great, sound great, and feel fantastic on live video. Okay, so if you were looking on the screen, you would see, like karaoke, you can see the words being highlighted as it's going through your file. So as I said, you can plonk in a video file or an audio file, loads of different file formats. It just seems to accept anything that you upload into it, and it doesn't take that long to upload either. And it is so cool, honestly. So what I can do with this is I can download it onto my computer, just the words. So I can make a blog post of it if I want to. And if I said some really juicy things, so here I go. Tip number 1, make sure you warm up before you do your video or podcast with something soothing that soothes you. So this is talking about PTSD. So I can just highlight, excuse me, I get a sneeze. Oh, excuse me. So you can highlight the words. I don't know whether you can see that highlighted if you're watching, and then I can export that as a transcript or as a video or as an audio, and I can just put that wherever. I can put that in Twitter just like that if I wanted to. And then I could put to see the full video or to listen to the full podcast, go here. Or you could take it into Canva or somewhere like that and add, you've got a video, a quote graphic already there. And you just delete what you've written before and put that in. Keith saying there's a singing voice, and Martin is saying bless you, thank you, bless you too. Mwah. I'm feeling in quite a giddy mood today, this afternoon. I think it's because my hubby just bought me a vegan ice cream, and so I'm feeling happy, and the sun's shining, and I've been planting a whole load of vegetables, so I'm really happy. It's a beautiful spring here. Actually, we're being very, very blessed here in the south of England. It's gorgeous, and we've got gorgeous weather coming up for this week as well, which is really, really nice. Let me know what it's like where you are as well. So I made this video on my phone. My hubby recorded me on my phone, so the video is actually in Descript here. So I made this into a YouTube video, and I know that Keith, for one, has seen the video already. So what I did was I added, if I go up to media in Descript, and go for videos, I can add some B-roll to it. So I can look for stock video clips. So these are all like from, I'm not sure what that place is where you get free, copyright free videos, and is it called pexels.com or something like that? I think that's where they've got these from. So I'm talking about PTSD and feeling soothed. So I'm going to put relaxed person here, and it's showing me some videos of somebody walking along a beach. Oh, and that is so calming. So I could just add that B-roll to my video, and it will add it to my video. So if I just click through, at some point that B-roll is going to come, and I'm not sure where it went. But that's the basic idea. And to add music, you can just go to the top and click it, and it's very, very clever. And you can add text to it as well. So if I type in title, warm ups for PTSD. That is not what I would call this video, but that gives you an idea. And obviously you can make the text smaller or bigger or whatever. Okay, so that is some of what Descript does. So when I'm doing my podcast, I start with a video like this, or a video like I'm doing with you, my Thrive with Live training. I put it into Descript. It does all of that transcription for me, which is amazing. I've got my video there as well if I wanted to do the small clips in Descript, but now I tend to do them in video.ai because it does it for you. It's so much easier. Just saying that, in Descript you can actually make your own templates, which is easy, but there is quite a big learning curve with Descript. And because their video function is as well as their other function, there can be a few little glitchy things that happen, but they're always updating it. They're always improving it. So for the moment, video.ai works better for me like that. So if I'm doing my podcast, what I tend to do is I find a really juicy bit. So say that tip number 1 was my juicy bit. I highlight it. I go up to the big black publish button and I press export, and I want to export audio, and I want to export the current selection. So this is how I make my podcast. I get a juicy tease a bit, and I have that at the beginning of my podcast. So I would put that in to another program. That's what I do, but you can do it within Descript if you want to make your podcast. I could just put that teaser bit at the beginning of this file, and I would add some music underneath so people get that little vibe, get excited about the show and think, oh, that sounds interesting, I'd like to carry on listening. And then I pull in my professional intro, which, if you haven't heard it, let me just play a little section of it.
This is the Thrive with Life show, the podcast where you can learn to...
etc. So I have that afterwards, and then I have my main run of show, my main bit of what I'm talking about, my main training. And then sometimes if I'm interviewing somebody, I have a quiz and we do some fun little quiz section. And then I finish off with my professional outro. So that is how I use the wonderful, wonderful Descript, gasp, to make my repurpose my live trainings or my pre-recorded YouTube videos into loads and loads of other stuff, and really the world's your oyster with what you do with it. So I realized, guys, that I was talking then and not actually showing you the Descript if you're watching on the video. But anyway, you saw it earlier. Great. So let me talk about another tool that I've used for quite a while, and then I'm just going to show you a completely new tool to me. And it is pretty new, I believe, because it's on AppSumo, and I believe that it's new things that are on AppSumo. Excuse me, Keith loves the sound effect, thank you. Right, forgive me for just having a little swig here, and I'm going to take you onto a new tool. Okay, so I'm going to close Descript down, and I am going to bring you on. It's not a new tool at all, and I've used it a lot. And it is really, really clever for making little video shorts. But what I like it more for is for, excuse me while I just log in. So I'm just going to log in a moment. I am not good at talking and typing at the same time. I really like it for audiograms from my podcast. It automatically emails me with an audiogram as a story, or you can have it as a main post or whatever. So let's have a look. So here we go. This is Headliner.app. And it is an app on your phone and probably on iPad as well, maybe other tablets. And it is very, very clever for making these audiograms. And it can do it automatically. It can do it manually. You can caption a video in here. And it can have your projects as well. So yeah, whenever I upload a podcast, I don't do anything. I hardly ever go into Headliner, because about half an hour after my podcast uploads, I get this email from Headliner saying, here is your audiogram. So just a little aside, if you don't know what an audiogram is, it's when you've got your audio and a little, either a still picture or a slightly moving picture. So the background of the picture might be your brand colors and it's a still picture, but it has like a play button in the middle. They can press that and they might see the wave form, the wiggly lines showing that it's playing something. Keith says a woman who can't multitask, that's a first. I can actually multitask quite a lot, but if two things are going on in my brain, having to think about two things at the same time, it's complicated things that need a lot of brain power. Can't do that. I need that sound effect, don't I? Haven't got that one. So Headliner is quite a cool app, and I just have like the free version of Headliner at the moment. They were very kind to give me a pro account so that I could show people a little while ago. Actually, it's saying that it's saying, do you want to upload to pro at the top, but it's not pro. But I do have my branding colors in an audiogram, and it using AI, it has your captions. So the captions show on my audiogram. So if I press play, people who are watching on the screen, it will probably be tiny if they're on their phones, but they can maybe just about see that the captions are on the left hand side, and I can change them if they're wrong. So I'm just going to press play.
On your browser-based software, you don't have that level of control, but in Ecamm you absolutely do.
Okay, so you can change what they've made for you. It automatically listens to your whole podcast episode within that half an hour or whatever it is of you posting it, and it thinks, oh, that sounds like the most juicy bit to play to people, and that is the one that it shows to you. And if you don't like it, you can go into the tool and change it to something else. So this one was playing Brigetti Limbanda, my friend who's a live video coach, a pro at live video. And she was talking about live video, obviously, and Ecamm. Now, my iPhone is losing battery, so I better be quick. One of the things that's not so good about this one to video.ai is video.ai actually adds emojis if you want in them, which really make a video pop. So anyway, I think Headliner is great for automatically creating audiograms from your podcast, and you can create audiograms from your videos if you want to, but you just have to upload them in there. So Headliner is very, very cool. Now there's one new one that my friend Diane Shelton has shared with me, which is very similar to one called Capsho. So Capsho is amazing. It's a little bit pricey, and this one I don't have it yet, but I think that I am probably going to get this soon because it sounds amazing. It's Cast Magic. So what both of these do, they are sold for the podcasting audience, but you don't have to be a podcaster to do this. You can have an audio file or a video file and put it into this program, Cast Magic, and it's a game-changing AI tool that turns long-form audio into evergreen content. So it changes long-form audio into, it looks like it changes it into a blog. If I'm just scrolling up here, it transcribes it like a Descript, but you won't be able to edit it in the same way with your video and everything as Descript. You can make show notes, you can make summaries and social content for it now. And at the moment it's $39, which is for life, which is amazing. So I think Capsho does a little bit more than it. It is more expensive, Capsho, but it does write blogs for you as well. And I think with Cast Magic, it doesn't necessarily write your blogs for you. Not that you want the whole blog to be written by a robot. It does a LinkedIn article, emails, blog posts shown. It is very, very clever. I'll just quickly play you their little video. So it's saying you can add an image, you can process it, choose a topic. Upload your audio or video. Import it from wherever, Dropbox or Google or your computer, and it will transcribe it and give you blog posts, email articles, quotes, everything that is suitable for different platforms. So it will say Facebook post and it will be suitable for that sort of platform. So it is very, very good. It is more expensive, and especially if you want the blog post, you have to pay, what was it? Don't like to say. Pricing, let's have a look. So in the UK, so there's the first, the blog post one is $99 a month, and you can have 4 episodes. So it's giving you a whole load of stuff, TikTok, LinkedIn article, all that sort of thing. And the lower price one is called the podcaster level, and it's $29 a month for 4 episodes. So it's more pricey, but it really, really packs a punch. So guys, I'd love to know what you think. And I think this is so helpful for getting us out there. Yeah, not making you just spiel out a whole load of robotic language or stock stuff that's not you. I think this really amps up you and your visibility, your engagement, and we all create content. Do we repurpose it? If you don't, you are missing such a trick. Now, I have a whole load of live videos all over the place. I'm a bit not very good with organizing my stuff, but I've started to organize it, and I've started to realize I've got loads of really great trainings, and some of them I've repurposed. I've made some of them into a blog and things, but you can do it. And you don't have to keep churning out content. You can use your own content, use these tools. Some of them are free, some of them are fairly cheap. And you can make a workflow that works for you, that doesn't have to take ages. And honestly, you can reach all sorts of different types of audience. For example, busy, very successful people who can only listen to podcasts when they're doing other stuff at the same time. And you can get them, you can get your high ticket clients, and you can get people who, you know, maybe reading is difficult for them. Maybe like me, they have blurry eyes some of the time. They're too tired to look at a screen, look at black and white. Maybe they're dyslexic, so reading isn't great, but listening is great. Or maybe they prefer watching somebody's lips, and, you know, it helps them process what you're saying and the engagement, everything. They like live video. Maybe they're just too busy for that, and they just like scrolling through Instagram or whatever, and you've got your short form videos. So there's something for everybody. You can create a really diverse audience and a big audience by doing this stuff and not burning out. Don't burn out, please. You can be everywhere without a whole load of exhaustion. Doing it yourself, reinventing the wheel, creating new content all the time. You can do it. Honestly, I'd love to see if you can. So David says, you encouraged me to start a video. Woohoo! I'm so pleased. Let's do the applause for you. And David, you deserve an air horn. If anyone can hear that, let's do an air horn again. Woo! Great, that's so good. I'm really, really thrilled about that. Please do let me know, anybody who's listening, reading, watching. If I have inspired you to do something, I'd really, really like to know. It would make me so happy. If something has just been an aha moment, you could just type in or message me, aha. Write a review. My aha moment was this. I would be so happy. It really thrills me when I know I've touched other people's lives. So go and create content. Go and repurpose content. Yeah, don't get all overwhelmed and think I can't do it because I haven't got time. We all have a few things that we can share with people. We can just go live on our phone, make a short video, and then that's not the end. You can do loads with that. You can put it in an email, put a quote in the email. You could do like loads of emails, like each tip. You could do a separate email, separate post. We can do this, guys, together, and with wonderful tools like AI. You don't have to spend a fortune. Go and do it. I'd be so happy if you did. John says you inspire me and I love your support. I'm so happy, John. I'm so happy as well that you are changing thousands of people's lives in what you do, and that you're going to do your podcast as well. That's really exciting. Really is. So keep us in touch with what you're doing. Okay, guys, I will leave you to play. Go and play with those technology things. They're not that difficult. Descript is the one that's got most of a learning curve. But basically, all you do to start with Descript is literally drag and drop your audio or video file, whatever format it's in, and wait a minute or so, and then watch the magic as it writes it all in front of you, and then it reads it out to you. Woohoo! So that's the easy way of using Descript. Okay, guys, I am going to love you and leave you, and we'll see you in the next Thrive with Live or on my YouTube channel. Please go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's Katie Simpson, and that is Katie Simpson, live video and podcasting coach. Katie Simpson, and I spell Katie, Katy. Just a little aside of why I do that is because I loved the books, What Katie Did. My name is Catherine, Kathryn, and when I got married to my hubby, I wanted a shortened version of my name that I had chosen rather than one that I was given as a child, which I won't tell you what it is, but I just really don't like it. So, and he called me Katie, and I thought, oh, isn't that lovely? And I'd like to spell it like those books, What Katie Did, What Katie Did Next. She was a pretty cool dude. I liked her. So that's why I spell it Katy. Katie Simpson. Go and subscribe on YouTube. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful Saturday. Have a wonderful Sunday. And David can see the improvement. Thank you so much. So David's watching on YouTube. I really appreciate that, David. I do actually feel more alive on video than I have done before, and more relaxed as well. So I'm glad you can see that. I'm a bit gung-ho. I feel a bit like that as well, because you need to see everyone's character, don't we? We all want to see somebody's character, and if it means that they sneeze in the middle of their videos or whatever, you know, it's just part of us, and it's us being us. All right, my asleep little doggy Cromwell here next to me and I are signing off, and we always say to you, count your blessings and press record. Go and do it. See you next week. Bye.